Praise the Lord. I've been feeling really not like myself.
Baby's right there.
Or is this like an actual bump?
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Brenda. As you may know, I am pregnant. My husband and I are expecting our first baby this fall 2025, God willingly. The time that I'm currently filming, I am 15 and a half weeks pregnant, so I'm going to be 16 weeks in a couple of days. So let me give you guys a current bump update. I don't even know if there's really a bump, but you guys tell me. Okay, so here we go. So this is the bump right now. From the side, you could tell that there's definitely something going on. You can suspect it's a pregnancy bump, obviously a mix of bloat. And then from the front, you really can't tell just quite yet. So I am not showing quite yet. I mean, you guys let me know. Do you guys think I'm showing? I don't know. I'm just kind of waiting for like the actual bump, you know, like an actual formed bump. So I'm sure that's gonna come in the coming weeks. I did not film myself when I took the pregnancy test. So let's talk about how I found out I was pregnant. I remember being at Home Depot and we were in line to pay, and I literally wanted to lie down on the Home Depot floor. I wanted to lie down either on the shopping cart. I wanted to tell my husband, give me the car keys. I'm gonna go walk over there and I will meet you there. I felt like so bogged down. I just so exhausted, y'all. Just an exhaustion that I just probably haven't experienced since COVID. On the drive back home, I'm like, why am I so tired? Like, why do I feel just so not good? And I'm like, my period isn't here yet. I'm gonna have to take the test, even though it's not in the morning. I mean, whatever, it's worth a shot. Just take the test. Long and behold, we got home. My husband was downstairs. He was doing stuff, moving things in and out of the garage because we were still moving boxes. And I came straight upstairs to the restroom, got the pregnancy test. I took it. And obviously you have to urinate on the pregnancy stick. And from the moment that I set it down and the moment that I was doing my business to get cleaned up, that was probably less than like 10 seconds. And I turned around and I saw the second line. It was starting to like appear. It was visible. And then I couldn't believe it. That moment, time stopped. That moment, time was still. My heart went to my stomach, like when you're on a big roller coaster and that big drop. Yeah, major, like that feeling. And I could not believe what I was seeing. I remember just covering my mouth and I was just like, I was just like still, and I picked up the test and I was just staring at it and I was just watching the line get bolder and bolder and bolder. And it wasn't even like time for it to show, because I know it takes a few minutes for it to show. It was immediately showing and it just got bolder and bolder. And I was just standing there with the test alone in the bathroom. I did not film it. My husband wasn't there. I just had this very intimate moment with me and baby. And I was just like, I'm gonna be a mom. Like, oh my goodness. We are pregnant. It's a surreal feeling. Everything just stopped. Time just stopped. That's never happened in my life before. Never. It was such a trippy experience for me. And probably a minute went by, a minute and a half, and then I started pacing in the room and I was just like, do I surprise my husband? Do I tell him now? I was just like, no, I need to tell him now. Like, I need immediate support right now. So that's another thing. I didn't film my husband's reaction. I didn't think of picking up my phone at that moment to film anything. I just was focused on this fact that this test was showing me that I was pregnant. And it was a very angry, hard line saying, you're pregnant. And I remember I called my husband upstairs and I called out his name. And he was a bit grouchy that afternoon because we hadn't eaten yet. So he was a bit hangry. And he's like, what? And I'm like, can you come up here? He's like, what did you do? Because he thought maybe I broke something. And yeah, because again, I've been really tired and I've been kind of clumsy. So he came upstairs. I had the test in my hand behind my back. And I walked up to him as he was walking upstairs and I said, I'm going to tell you something. You need to take a deep breath. Because that's another thing. It caught me so off guard. I got so lightheaded. I'm like, take a deep breath. He's like, what did you do? And I'm like, Rico, just take a deep breath. I'm about to tell you something. He's like, what did you do? And then I was like, he's not doing it. He's not going to take a deep breath. Okay, here you go. And I pulled out the stick and I showed it to him. And he just softened up. He was so excited and we hugged and we had this intimate moment. And I told him, like, I'm with child. Like, this is so crazy. My husband and I were just like, oh my gosh, like, we're pregnant. Like, we were just still like so shocked about everything. And he was like, what do we do? And he's like, how many tests did you take? And I said, I only took one, but I can take another one right now. So I did. I took another one. It came back real positive again. And these were just the ones with the lines, the Clear Blue brand. And I said, if you want to be like super sure, like, I mean, we can get a digital test. I mean, those don't lie. They're digital. They have to tell you if you're pregnant or not. So my husband went to the store and quickly came back, gave me the digital test. I took it and sure enough, really quickly, it just said pregnant. Like, it didn't even like take minutes. It was just seconds. We took 3 tests and they were all positive, mad, hard positives. Obviously, my period wasn't here and I was not feeling well and my symptoms were just quickly progressing. It's getting hot. I just had to kind of freshen up a little bit. But basically, that is how we found out we were pregnant. Should I film a vlog or not? I didn't really even know how to go about this. So that's when I went into the rabbit hole of YouTube and I started looking at trimester vlogs, first trimester vlogs, and how other vloggers were sharing their experiences. And I wanted to make a video that was similar, where a lot of women were vlogging their updates week by week or multiple days in the week. They would film and cram it in. So for example, they would film 2 days in week 7, 2 days in week 8, and so forth, and just kind of just connected all of that into a new video. But I didn't want to film just quite yet because I had all sorts of emotions happening, and I also wanted to just kind of get my mind together and see where I was at with everything. So my husband and I decided that it was best for me to share the news with my mom, dad, and sister. I only have one sibling, my sister, my older sister, I should say. I shared the news with them that week on Friday. And I'm glad I did because they immediately showed me support. They knew that, you know, nothing was promised, but that this was a situation right now, and they knew that I kind of was seeking their support. So I'm glad that I shared the news with them. My mom was just so helpful with everything that I was feeling. She was very understanding, very supportive. She still is. And that is basically how the first week, finding out I was pregnant and who we told right away. And we didn't share the news again until a few months later with my husband's side of the family. We still haven't shared the news with my mom or dad's side of the family. I'm still kind of holding off on that one. But we did want to tell my mother-in-law because my husband felt that he kind of wanted that support from his mom and possibly his brothers as well. And so we decided to share the news with her when I was 4 months, beginning of my 4th month, and she was really happy about that. I could insert the footage here of her reaction.
Congratulations, Tito. What are you expecting? Can't wait. So, are you gonna find out what it's gonna be? Or?
We already know what it is, but we're keeping it hush because we're gonna do a gender reveal party. And then after we told her, we told my grandmother-in-law and my grandfather-in-law, and I could share that footage here as well.
What's it? Oh. Oh my gosh.
We're having a baby. Thank you. As you can see, they were really happy for us, and that is the support that we were seeking, especially my husband. And my husband has a huge family. Right now, only like that side of the family knows, but nobody from my mom or dad's side, meaning none of my aunts and uncles, none of my cousins, not even my grandfathers, because I lost both of my grandmothers from my parents' side, unfortunately. They went on to be with the Lord. Now we're gonna dive into the first trimester vlog because I started filming on week 8. Today I'm 8 weeks. The baby is the size of a kidney bean, which is really sweet to think of. Every week leading up to today has been, I'm gonna say my symptoms have been like super bad, but I've been nauseous most of the days, all day. I've been having a lot of food aversions. I am hungry, but nothing sounds good and I feel nauseous. So it's like a weird combination. So in the mornings, I've just been having a tangy smoothie and that seems to be working. I put like a nut butter in it. I try to put a seed in it, and then I do the fruit and I try to put vegetables in it as well. But I'm grateful that I have not been throwing up. At least vomiting, I can't do it. Even when I get sick with like the stomach flu or something, I'm somebody that just cannot vomit. Like I don't know. I think because of that, I'm more nauseous and more food aversions. Another thing is because of my energy levels, I haven't really been productive. I've been resting a lot of the days, taking naps. I've been really sleepy sometimes to drive, and that's so unlike me. I've been emotional. I've had weird dreams. My chest area has been hurting a lot. My muscles have been very sore.
Oh man, hang on. I'm just getting nauseous.
Oh, and another thing, I've been having pregnancy brain, as they say. I've been twisting my words. I've been forgetting things. When I read something, the words get all conjumbled. A couple days ago, I told my husband that the dining room table wasn't locked. And what I meant to say was that the window wasn't locked. And then I was texting with my sister and I was going to send her a photo of my burrito, and I ended up texting it to the wrong person, my mom. I wasn't even texting her, and it was like late at night, and my mom's like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "Oh man, like I'm tripping out." Okay, so today is Tuesday. I'm still in my 8 weeks. We are on our way to our first ultrasound appointment. We're not allowed to film in there. They already called us and told us all the rules. My husband, Rico. Hello, Rico.
Hello.
How do you feel about today's appointment?
Pretty excited.
You're excited?
Yeah.
You're not nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both nervous. I forgot to mention. So yeah, today's ultrasound, we are nervous, low key. But, leading up to this appointment, I've been leaving it to the Lord's hands and really just trusting that this is God's will, and whatever is on the other side of this appointment and further down this pregnancy is the Lord's will, and just reminding myself of that and trusting Jesus. I find a lot of peace about it all because, a lot of things can happen. I don't want to name them. I think a lot of people know what I'm talking about. So this is a freeway you're taking? Oh, then I'm like, oh, don't get us lost. I was telling also my husband that I had a dream last night that we were late to our appointment and that we missed it. So it's at 1:40 and it's we're on time. It's 1:15. You missed the exit? Oh my gosh. Now our ETA is 13:27. Oh no. All right, we're gonna focus on the road. We'll just check back with you after the appointment. We are out of our appointment. Shocked it's hitting again. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Right over here, you can see its little arms. It's right over here. Baby's right there. Unreal. And we got to see the heartbeat. Praise the Lord. It was just such a relief to see everything and to have like a triple confirmation because things weren't really clicking. This was a different experience. What did you think?
I thought it was very amazing because like the ultrasound takes a picture of, everything kind of like at an angle, sideways. And you were able to see the little baby.
Able to see the little baby. I'm just so shocked. I haven't really stopped smiling since we got out of the freaking appointment because I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like a little human being inside of me, and it was moving around too. It is now 9 weeks. It's Saturday today. The day's almost over. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. As you can see, I am a mess. Can't believe I'm getting on the internet like this, but this vlog, this first trimester vlog, I really want it to stay realistic as possible. And so I'm still in my PJs. I've been feeling really tired today, very tired, but I've been resisting the urge to, go into bed or sit down in the couch. So I've decided to continue editing this video to make me feel somewhat productive. I've just decided to just stay home again. Nothing sounds good. I've only had lunch earlier. I had some turkey pasta that I had cooked a couple days ago. Usually that's something that I can stomach. I've always loved pasta, so I had a bowl of that, but then as I was finishing it, I got grossed out, and so now I do not want it anymore. And I do need variety in my diet, so I'm thinking, what am I going to eat for dinner, because I didn't defrost the meat, and what I have in the fridge does not sound good. So I'm just trying to really convince myself to eat what I have in the fridge, because I don't want to go out and I don't want to get anything delivered to the house, because honestly, it's expensive to get food delivery when it's you could just clearly drive and get the food yourself. But again, it's I'm not feeling well to drive. I'm not feeling well to put on makeup and go out there. I just don't, Also, I had a little pregnancy brain moment earlier this afternoon. I'm currently doing laundry. I'm doing towels today because I'm I need to feel productive. I need to feel like I'm doing something. So I decided to throw in a laundry, and I put my laundry in the dryer, and then I walked away thinking I had already put a new laundry to wash. And a couple hours passed, and I'm man, I haven't heard the laundry do its thing. I wonder if I even turned it on. And then it dawned on me, wait, I wonder if I even put in the laundry to begin with. I didn't, so I just threw it in. And this has happened to me multiple times. I've washed loads twice. I've forgotten to take things out, and they stay there for a day. Your girl is just not on top of it. So I'm gonna continue this laundry, take a bath, and by that time, I think I will be convinced to eat something from my fridge. So, happy 9 weeks. Hi, it is now 10 weeks and 4 days. I didn't film this whole, it almost feels like I haven't filmed in a week, I think. But I haven't filmed in a while because my symptoms basically stayed the same. There was nothing really new to report back. And if anything, I also felt mega exhaustion. And then finally by Friday of last week, the clouds started to part as far as my nausea, and I was able to at least eat and not feel grossed out. And I thought that maybe, my nausea is starting to dwindle out, because my nausea started actually really early. It started a week before my missed period, really bad nausea. So I want to say that I've been dealing with the nausea for a long time, longer than usual. I've heard that some women get hit with the nausea at 6 weeks, 7 weeks. For me, I started a week before my period was missed, and the nausea was at its peak between week 7 and up to week 9. And I want to say that week 9 on Friday, I started to feel not as nauseous in the morning, but my body was playing tricks on me, because I was getting waves of oh, I'm not nauseous, and then all of a sudden, boom, do not put that near me. I do not even want to say the name of that food, don't want to think about it. So I don't know, but I didn't film also because I just felt a wave of mega exhaustion, an exhaustion that I didn't even think my body could produce. I was I'm already nauseous and tired. No. I'm talking I'm getting up to 11, maybe even 12 hours of sleep. I get up, I drink my smoothie in the morning, and then I'm tired all over again, and I'm sleeping literally all day up until like 5 in the afternoon. So it's really, 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 really bad, because it's like I want to be productive. I want to go to the grocery store. I want to I want to do things that I usually do, and I'm not able to because I just feel so exhausted. And I know I have to respect my body, and I have to respect that my body wants me to rest. But wow, that is a lot of rest. So here we are, 10 weeks, 4 days. And I woke up today. I didn't feel as nauseous, but I had my smoothie. So the smoothie seemed to work right now. And I'm a little nervous because I've been reading a couple books. I have one upstairs and I have one right now that I'm reading. Let me bring it to you guys. Found it on Amazon. It was recommended by a YouTuber that I follow by the name of Michelle Reed. And great, I lost my page. I think I'll find it. And I've been reading about nutrition and all that, and how important it is to eat healthy. Like it looks a tad different than what I typically would eat as a healthy version of myself. It sounds like you have to eat more super whole foods. I think a lot of foods that are rich in like iron, like, you know, pumpkin seeds, salmon, you know, tuna that's low in mercury, the white tuna is what they say. And, you know, butter, not being afraid of like the dairy if you can tolerate it. So I'm like learning a lot about these things, but the thing is that I'm not at a point where I can get up and eat breakfast like I used to. I'm still not there, but I'm sure that once I'm there, I'm gonna eat healthy, because I want this baby to get as much potent nutrients as possible. I cannot pick up the camera. I'm filming on my iPhone right now. My reserves to do things is very little. And you guys may notice that my background is very messy. I have boxes on the floor because I had ordered a new set of Our Place pans because I didn't have a set, and obviously we moved and I needed a set and yada, 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 yada. And so I decided to get a set because they were having their spring sale. Maybe I'll show you guys that too in just a moment. It's about to be 4 o'clock and I'm gonna have a snack. I'm gonna actually have a cosmic apple, because cosmic apples are so crispy, fresh, and just like a really soothing snack. I am ready for a meal though. I do want to say that. And also guys, my fridge. Look at my fridge. Like my fridge is always popping. I always have fun things in my fridge. And these are just from what I took home last night from my mom's house. So minus all this, I technically don't have anything. And you know me, I always buy my Costco eggs, my 24 pack. Yeah, your girl is suffering. She's going through a 6-pack. My husband is not good at, my husband isn't good at, I can't talk. My husband is not big on my husband is not big on eggs, so I'm usually the one that eats them. And since this whole journey, I have not bought a 24 pack. I bought a 18 pack, didn't finish that. And then I ended up buying a 12 pack, didn't finish that, had to end up throwing it away. And you know the expiration dates last for about a month. So I ended up throwing away a few eggs on the last case. So then this time I said, I'm just gonna grab 6 eggs at a time. And when I go through them, I'll buy more. And yeah, I don't really crave them. These expire on May 15th, or May 16th. So eggs just have not been a thing. Tofu has not been a thing. I bought this Caesar salad pack because I was craving that like crazy. A couple weeks ago, I was eating a lot of Caesar salads. This does not sound good anymore. And it just doesn't sound good anymore. And the lettuce is starting to wilt. So I just have a couple yams here that I haven't warmed up to either. Food is just so hard to eat right now. It really is. It's really, really hard. And my fridge looks bored. Oh yeah, I came here for an apple. But yeah, one of my apples is bruised. Ew, I touched it. Ew. Okay, well anyway, I'll come back to that one. But this apple's still good. Oh dang. Man, this fridge always gets me. Quiet. Ugh, it's so triggering, that noise. Anyway, these are the cream gold limited edition oh my God, I cannot talk. Our Place pans. I got the basic set. So it has the little pot here. I mean the pan, the mini pot, and then over here on the table, as you can see, it looked like a raccoon went through this box. Like, look at this. I literally opened this and then I was like, I'm tired, I need to lie down, and that turned to like an hours of nap. So then it's the mini one. This one, I have the purple one for this one. I love the purple color, but they don't have it anymore. So it kind of sucks. It looks so cute. I love it. I can't wait to cook something. I told my husband, I feel like the nausea is starting to come down. I feel like eventually I'm gonna get out of this. So fingers crossed that I could get back in the kitchen and utilize this beautiful cookware. Hi, I haven't filmed in like a week. It is now week 11, 6, so tomorrow I'm gonna be 12 weeks, God willingly. This week was exciting. We got all of our blood work done. We got most of our results back. Thank the Lord, everything is good. And we also were able to hear the baby's heartbeat this week, which was really sweet. But my symptoms as far as fatigue and nausea and food aversions have not been kind to me. Today I was able to eat a meal, but I feel really tired. So I've been feeling really, really tired. Haven't really been able to do everything like I used to still. My doctor did tell me that at the end of this first trimester, I'm going to be feeling better, hopefully. So usually that's when things turn around and you start feeling like yourself. So really hoping that's the case, because I'm tired of being tired. And I'm just tired of not really feeling like myself. So here we are. Sorry for the lack of updates, but I'm just cutting to the chase. God willingly, tomorrow will be week 12. So I will try to be more proactive week 12, since I believe that'll be my last week before entering second trimester. So yeah. Week 12 in 3 days. How have I been feeling since the last time I updated y'all? Well, I'm happy to report back that my nausea has gone down tremendously. I'm talking about, like, my nausea was like at a, let's just say 200%, and right now it's maybe at like a 20%, meaning I don't feel super nauseous throughout the whole day, because that's been my experience. Some women only have it in the morning, some have it all day with vomiting. I don't like to vomit. I know that's weird to say, but I just mentally cannot vomit. So I think that's why I was like really hit with the nausea a lot, because I just couldn't bring myself to vomit. So I was even more like nauseous and sick. But nonetheless, I feel like nausea has really gotten down, and I'm so grateful for that. I haven't had like my ginger chews very much. I only had a couple if I got like hit with the minor waves of it. I still have food aversions, but they're not as strong, meaning like, let's say I was at food aversions 200%, nothing sounded good, it was hard to eat. Right now I'm probably also like at a 20%. I'm able to think about some of the foods and even kind of force myself to be like, hey, is this appetizing? Can I stomach this? So I'm now at that point where I can actually think about what I'm gonna eat and try to select healthy foods. There are some foods that still give me the ick. I will put those foods here on the screen because I cannot even think about those right now. I'm getting chills as I'm even thinking about it. Oh my gosh, no. Ugh. Okay, so I guess food aversions are still at a 20% right now, if I would say put a percentage on things. Fatigue, dizziness, headaches. The last 2 weeks I've had headaches. I'm somebody that's prone to migraines. So when I heard that when you get pregnant, you're more prone to like exacerbated migraines, I was really scared about that, because usually you'll reach for like ibuprofen or some type of medication. And since I found out I was pregnant, I haven't taken any medication, not even Tylenol, nothing, just simply my prenatal, and that is it. I did have like a lingering migraine, sadly, last week. It wasn't a super heavy one like the pounding ones that I would get, but it was bothering me to open up my eyes, and I had to basically wear sunglasses for like half the day, keep the house dark, and just drink a lot of water, electrolytes. I couldn't even watch like my phone or anything on TV. I had to keep my eyes closed and just sit still. But it did kind of go away. I think that day my husband and I ended up getting out of the house, and that kind of distracted me from the headache. So I kind of feel like that's another thing too. It's like getting out of the house and just doing something to keep my mind off my symptoms. Because if I'm just at home, just marinating in the pain and the discomfort, I will feel that all day. But if I distract myself, I go out, do something, see family, I will feel a little better. Another thing that I've noticed is that I've been kind of more out of breath the last few days, especially at night. I've been more thirsty. The whole area here has been still sore. I did read that if you eat leafy greens and basically healthy food, this will level out. And I've been adding more greens to my smoothie, more spinach and kale, and trying to sneak that in there in the smoothie. So I don't know if that has to do anything with this coming down, like the pain, but it's not as like super sore. Some days it is, some days it's not, but the pain that I've been feeling now, it's not so much soreness, it's more pain. So it's more like sharp pain that I feel. Not sure what that is, but I'm sure it has to do something with the pregnancy progressing. And I also kind of feel itchy in some areas, my tummy, my belly button area, and I'm afraid that that's a sign that stretch marks are on their way or something, and I need to get treatment, lotion for that. So I've been kind of doing a deep dive on that, on products that I can use to prevent stretch marks, and I still need to go order that or buy that. And those have been my symptoms since the last update and how things are looking up since I am kind of exiting my first trimester. And I believe the first trimester, the last week of the first trimester is from week 13 to week 14. So once 14 starts, that'll be the second trimester. So I'm basically, almost there. I'm kind of excited, but also nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, like time is flying. Like that is just so crazy. I don't have an obvious bump. And to this point, my husband's family, they still don't know. The only people that know are just my dad, my mom, and my sister. Because again, I think I've said this, I'm very close to them. So I needed the support. And if I wouldn't have said anything, they would have found out. So I would rather have had myself tell them than for them to kind of suspect it and kind of like get it out of me. Because yeah, my family, they will smell a rat from a mile away. They will suspect something. My family will suspect. And so I did tell them, so they know, but they know I asked them to not share the news with anybody, and I trust that they will not, because my family isn't like, they're not gonna like go and secretly tell my grandpa or my aunts and uncles or cousins or whatever. So I'm confident that everything's confidential and that nobody knows from the rest of my mom and dad's side of the family. It's just them three that know, aside from my husband, of course. And my husband's side of the family, love them. They're a huge, huge family. It's beautiful. It's honestly very inspiring. But we haven't told them yet because of that reason. They're a huge family, and I'm just afraid of, I'm just afraid of the unknown. And I just want to be able to overcome, at least, get over this first trimester, go to my 16-week appointment and confirm more things, overcome more things before I share the news with my mother-in-law. Because once I share the news with my mother-in-law, news will spread like rapid fire. It will be like this, everybody will know. So, and I know it's exciting, warm news, and I have a good intention. I have good intentions about how I'm sharing that news to them. So if you're watching this, I'm sorry that I had to tell you guys pretty much at 16 weeks or whatnot. I'm not sure if I actually told my husband, like, we should tell them maybe like 15 weeks, but now I'm leaning more towards 16 because that is when our other appointment is. And I just want to make sure that baby's healthy and everything's okay, because again, my husband has a big side of family, and we just don't know. We just don't know what the future is. So we just want to cross that milestone, the 16-week appointment, and tell them, because my mother-in-law's birthday is next month in June. We're in May, by the way. And obviously we're gonna see her, and by then I will definitely have a bump. I believe that they say at 16 weeks, you basically pop, like your bump will pop open, or not pop open, it will pop. But I usually wear a lot of loose clothing, but it's summer right now and I'm not gonna wear turtlenecks that are loose, cardigans or anything. So that is the reason why I told my husband, maybe we should just tell your mom before the 16 weeks, because I'm not looking pregnant. Here, let me show you guys. So this is my tummy right now, and I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, is this just bloat or is this like an actual bump? Like, you guys tell me. I'm at 12 weeks, 3 days. Is there a pregnancy bump or does this look like bloat? I'm somebody that even before pregnancy, I have bloating issues. I always have a problem with looking bloated, but not like this. So this is like ×2 bloating. Like, it's crazy. So I'm very bloated right now because in the morning, I'm not like super huge like this right now. I've had my breakfast and a lot of water, and yeah, so yeah, it's kind of nice to kind of rub my belly too, because like I know baby's in there, and yeah, it's like really sweet. So I try to like rub my belly and just try to like talk to baby, even though I don't know if I'm weird for doing that, but yeah, that's the bump right now. And as you can see, just it's gonna be hot today, so I am wearing this tighter shirt, and even if I wear a cardigan, it's gonna be noticeable that something's going on. Whether I'm like, I have a really bad case of bloat or I'm pregnant. We're here now, 13 weeks, and obviously I think I've shared that I have a little bit of a bump going on. I mean, most of it is food, but you guys can see that we've got a little arch right here in this little area right here. Let me point it out. So like right here, that's the little bump right there, and everything else is just major bloating. My energy levels have been brought back up. It's like the clouds are parting this week. This week for, I think like on Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, that I didn't take a nap at all during the day. That was the first time since before I found out I was pregnant that I did not lie down during the day. So that to me just felt like, wow, like I got a little glimpse of Brenda, like the one that does a lot of productive stuff throughout the day and likes to stay busy. So I was able to do that. And then nausea has gone down tremendously. I think last time I told you guys it was at a 20%. I think right now we're like at a 3%, meaning that if I do get a wave of nausea, it only lingers for like a minute or two and then it just goes away. So aversions, I still can't think of some food as much, but I mean, a lot of the foods I had aversions to, and now it's getting easier for me to just pretty much eat anything except the food that I still cannot warm up to. I'm just trying to embrace this because I hope that we go up from here. I hope that these crazy first trimester symptoms diminish for good and I'm able to just enjoy the second trimester and organize the nursery, organize all the parties, and read all the resources I can, go to classes and all of that, because baby will be here before we know it. So that is your final first trimester update. That is a wrap for the first trimester vlog. I will be sharing regular vlogs that are intertwined with how I'm doing pregnant. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys all on the next video. Bye.